Just coming at you guys with something new going on. I'm actually prepping right now for a powerlifting meet. I'm about just under 7 weeks out. The meet is October 16th. The NASA, those, I'll leave a link in the description as how to find it. They're having a competition here in Springfield, Ohio. I've been with this organization now since I started powerlifting, as well as USAPL. It's a great organization, a lot of fun, a lot of good lifters, good quality people that run it as well. So I'll be doing my final one with them with the 2015 season. And what I wanted to do for YouTube was kind of show people what it is I do to prepare for a powerlifting meet. So I'm going to do a several week series on a few things, mainly the training that I'm doing, as well as I'll do some of the nutrition and supplementation that I take in preparation for a powerlifting meet. These are things that work for me over the last few years, and I have I've gained a lot of mass off of this. I've gained a lot of great numbers off of this. Still not perfect. It is a little bit different being a 6'4" individual squatting, but I'm definitely going to take the time in the off season. Starting for me will be in November to really focus on my squat and deadlift. The meet after this I plan on going for is the Arnold qualifier for push-pull at the Ohio State Championships. I believe it's July of 2017. So that is my ultimate goal. So for this YouTube series, it's going to be preparation for a powerlifting meet, just to give people some idea on what's going on. The stuff I'm doing is not for a beginner, more so intermediate to those that have been a little bit more seasoned. A lot of training that I do is going to be a little bit unique. Sometimes I use a bit of conjugate methods, sometimes I use a bit of straight weight. Because I'm so late in the season and starting this, I'm moving away from the conjugate. If you look at some of my past videos on my Instagram, I'll leave a link for that as well. And some other YouTubes, I use things like chains and bands. But my biggest belief is the closer you are to the meet, you should start doing more meet-related things. So at this point, it's going to be a lot of squatting to peak my body to get to where I want to be. It's going to be a lot more straight deadlifting, maybe some deficit pulls, since one of my biggest issues is getting the bar off the ground. My bench press is going to be straight benching, as well as some pause reps, and just really getting ready to push that number. My goal is to get as close to 330 as possible in the meet, so I'm definitely excited for that. Bench press is my strongest lift coming into the meet, and it's also my most consistent lift, so I'm wanting to capitalize off of that in the coming days. Squat, I'm looking to officially get over that 405-pound mark. So I'm really working on making sure I hit death every time and explode out of the hole. And for deadlift, I am waiting to get a 500 plus on paper in a meet. I have pulled 500 in the gym, but I don't really count that because for some reason in the meet, I seem to just miss it. At my last meet, I hit 491.2, I think it was. I was exhausted that day, very long meet. No excuses, but my goal was to get over 500 for the deadlift, over 400 for the squat, and as close to 330 for the bench press. And that's where I'll leave it at in the 2016 season, and really start to focus on the 2017 season, hopefully trying to qualify for the Arnold. There are 2 Pacific meets that I'm looking forward to in 2017 for USAPL. And I'm going to cut back on those. Instead of me doing 5 or 6 meets or a whole lot more in a year, I'm going to cut back and do 1 or 2 or 3 big ones. As right now, my PRs are getting more like 5 or 10 pounds every few months. Not as big as I would like. Now, if they start to jump more, definitely I'm going to jump in a few extra small meets around the area. But I really want to have a goal set and hit that road to the Arnold. The goal is, if I do qualify for the Arnold in July, that from July on forth until March of 2018, I will focus on specifically just the Arnold. But if I don't qualify, I will go again for the Midwest Regionals, which is later on in November. I'm skipping it this year because I'm doing the meet in October, but definitely will be doing it in November of 2017. One, they're both here in Columbus, Ohio, where I'm from, so family and friends can come see me. And two, I expect to have some massive lifts further along by then. The other reason I'm cutting my meat short is to focus on my personal training and online training business. Clientele is picking up and business is going great, and I really want to give my clients some focus. And also I want to just look into possibly jumping in classic physique. Haven't done a bodybuilding show in over a year, so I'm thinking of trying out the classic physique just to give myself a little change and change things up. I love what classic physique has to offer in the height range of 6'4" and up, and I would love to put some quality muscle mass on, and the weight I think I go to is like 240 pounds, so that is sweet, and I feel I would be really, really competitive in there, as I'm a naturally lean person already. Putting on some good mass a year or two from now will be a blessing, not to mention I'll be able to compete in the master's level. So, like I said, back to the topic. I'm going to start the episodes today. You'll start seeing episode 1 will be as follows after I'm done yip-yapping and talking. And you'll see kind of what I did for week 1 and so forth. I'll be putting out each one. I'm going to try to put them out by Wednesday or Thursdays just to give myself time to edit them and clean up the excess stuff. I am only going to be showing working sets and actual powerlifting movements. I will not be showing accessories to an extent. Maybe a few might pop up here and there, mainly because accessories are boring in this regard as a powerlifter. You want to see the main lifts. I want to show the main lifts. I want to show proper progression. And as always, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel for more things. If there's anything you guys would like to see, know about, let me know. I'm always open to try out new ideas. And thank you guys once again for watching. Thank you guys once again for taking time out of your day to listen to me and watch my journey through this powerlifting. As always, thank you and be blessed. So this workout takes place between the week of August the 22nd, 2016 through August 27th, 2016. We started off on Monday with some speed power squats. Start about 315 for reps of 2 to 5. We also did bench press, 255 pounds at 5x5. And we did wide grip bench press at, I think maybe 3 sets of 3x8, just to work on the back and coming off the chest a little bit stronger. We did them at about 200 and I think it was 15 pounds that we have on the bar. So this was pretty much Monday's workout, nothing special, just really getting things ready. I usually try to stay around the 80% range this far out, and my process is to start creeping in a little bit slower, close to the 95, 97 range by the time October 16th rolls around. So here we are on Tuesday. We worked up to some working sets of deadlifts at 405 for sets of 3. I did about, see here, about 3 sets of 3. Deadlift is hands down my worst lift in regards to consistency and getting the bar off the ground. After this meet, I'm going to take a lot of time to really focus on my deadlift more, especially my bar speed, which is, in my opinion, horrible. Yes, I can pull 500, but it's not pretty. My last meet, I got to 491, was not happy. I really want 500 on paper, so I'm definitely going to start putting the work in and getting that better. Basically, there's no other way around it. It's not good. It needs to be better. For the amount of years I've been doing this, there's no excuses. So definitely something I'm looking forward to putting the work into in this off season. My goal is to get as close to 600 as possible, if not be over it by this time next year. Here we're looking at some deficit deads. Unfortunately, the camera went bad. Had to use a cell phone. But you can see here I'm pulling 335 for 5. And I'm actually standing on a 3-inch block. So deficit pulls are one of the better pulls to start breaking the floor faster. Definitely one of my favorite exercises. I will always continue to incorporate these in my deadlifts as they have shown some improvement. Definitely something you should give a try if you haven't done before. So here we are on Thursday. We went back to squatting again. So this Thursday, what we did was 315, and we did it for 5 sets of 5. Yes, 5 sets of 5. Not my favorite thing to do, and yes, it did pretty much kill me. Squatting twice a week is not easy for me, but I need to do it more. Squats are a consistent workout for me, but I definitely want it to be a lot more consistent. So we're going to start putting some more work in and getting that done. My goal for that is to definitely be well into the 4s and almost at 5 by the time the Ohio State Championships rolls around in July. I truly believe I can do it. I just need to heal up, focus on my lifts, make some tweaks, might even move up to a little bit of high bar, get my hips more flexible, and definitely focus on getting these legs stronger so I can get out the hole a lot quicker. So it looks like I might have made a mistake. I only did 3 for 3, but I did go ahead and add on some more weight. Looks like we got about 325 pounds here. So I must have been feeling pretty good after all. I did these for looks like a triple. So not bad. Still working on depth. Sometimes I do go off my program if I'm feeling really good and want to put a little bit more weight on my back. As I stated, my goal is really just to get well into the 5s or close to it as possible. I know I can be a better squatter. Definitely going to start putting the work in. I ended off the set with a bench press of 255 for 5. Just to get some things going. Just a little bit more speed. Staying consistent on the bench press is my favorite thing to do. And follow that up with 275-pound bench press. And that was it for this week. Thanks, guys.